Looking for me? After sensing your arrival, I wanted to see how close I could get to you from behind.
Because you had nothing better to do, or...?
Is that how it seems? No different than when I was with the Tsaritsa only sought the power of the moon goddesses. I was never dispatched to see take walks, watch the moon, sometimes sing. But...
She didn't like...
No. She praised it, actually. But... I had only recently joined the Fatui because, for those not in the know, it seemed like... Oh, and there was another reason. She said she did most of her So, I used to just sing outside her door at night. Get along? When we first met, Harlequino did seem eager to get along with me. She often showed up behind me without making a sound. I too attempted to join in on the game, but she always... Eventually, I resorted to using Kuvaki and managed to give her quite a scare.
Yeah, Paimon doubts that was a game to the name.
What else? Oh, the doctor. I obliged him a few times, but it was so dull. Use Kuvaki to strike this. Use Kuvaki to control that. Yes. Even though Harlequino and Sandrone treated me quite well. Give me your hand. Rosaline taught me. It's important to always express gratitude, so thank you for listening to me. I believe that's enough for today.
Whoa, that was sudden. Yeah, guess you're right. Well...
Save me.
I know! What you doing? Oh, hey! Perfect timing! I'm playing a game. Oh no, she did! Here.
Save me.
This is Anapa's favorite game. Cling Clang, I know, takes flight. But she's calling for help. Oh, that's just for fun. Anapa, time to go home.
No. I want to keep playing.
Save me. Save me.
Oh, it's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rerir, though. Where could he have slunk off? If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he's...
Hello! You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's...
The Wild Hunt? Oh, uh-oh. Come on, let's go!
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole...
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy...
He's not seriously still getting stronger?
Ah, everyone's here already. Hey, we made it.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again. But it's like he just vanished into thin air. Nope. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out...
And we're sure that Rerir, who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Rerir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rerir just... There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in Not Cry, waiting for his...
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he...
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. Unless something went wrong.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of...
That actually sounds about right.
There are many unanswered questions here. Besides his name.
Exactly. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than...
So, if we do not... Last time we had... Oh, Paimon!
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is...
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rerir's goal seems to be
Wait, why he's...
If I recall correctly.
That's right. Yes, it could...
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much... And if we do,
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run,
didn't you say the third?
I don't know. Did I?
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rerir...
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go.
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he... It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about...
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual, almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that, or he's just
He's been biding his time for a while now.
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession.
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it!
No, it's coming from... Silver Moon Hall! The Lady Kutar might be in danger!
Let's get over there, quick! Why is he attacking the damsel-elect? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
on it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now, you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon, I will find a way.
Watch out!
Find them. Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
That was too close.
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional...
I have a question. When me and Anefa showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. We weren't there for the whole...
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the frost...
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she...
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon. I've never met that person before. But there was no mistaking his deep sea. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon...
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location...
A counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is...
Running is our only op...
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other...
Well, I mean...
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to...
Wait, what? You're gonna act as...
Doesn't that make sense? A coyote doesn't stop for bypass. What is it like? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess.
We can't just roll over.
Yeah. Besides, she'd pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forget...
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now.
Rerir's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would...
But...
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon. They would make self-centered wishes. Force you to... If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scion... Any relationship... You were born here, and now you've returned.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid Very well then.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distance.
It is. But I find it very draining. I barely rejected by the world. My power is dwindling.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belong to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. The 3 moons are not one and the same. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together, but this method of recovery is painfully slow.
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation.
See how those wild hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party.
Then what are we waiting for?
By the frost moon of old.
Lash attack! Sheila!
Beware the creatures of the night.
Oh, they just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
Too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Qatar's house to escape! This goes on much longer.
Annihilation mode. Defensive mode engaged.
Ding dong, water bomb!
Vanishes a song. By the frost moon of old.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Preparing for busca. Installation chamber deployed.
Lash attack!
Leave this place. With one heart, we pray.
Beware the creatures of the night. Observe. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Annihilation mode. Defensive mode engaged.
For the everlasting forest. Receive my blessing.
Look, the rainbow!
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Hold up! Who are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonia?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me.
Oh, is that where I...
That's the one. Come on, move!
Wow! Where are we?
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of... Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe... Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand...
We've heard all about you. You look way younger than Paimon expected.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another...
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the...
Is that why he's been frantically
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Not...
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the Rerir of some... that's a lot to take in.
I'm truly sorry. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to...
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say... But now that
A new variant!
Who else? That said, while I know as...
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, I don't know who or what could pull something like that off.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A Nodcryan Ratnik's field...
Oh,
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope. Still, it's sick. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team, but once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began... But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Rerir of Solnari, Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even... To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no...
what if there was a way to tap into a new...
How so?
Have you thought of something, Colombina?
3 moons once watched over this world. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddess... I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon...
Hold on. Are you suggesting...
The iridescent moon.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's merit...
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all...
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major
I know a way, but... we will need to visit...
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying...
Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't...
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. As you saw for yourselves, when people's obsessions... The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want...
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kutar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
She heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business.
Details. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, we can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little...
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel...
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen.
So you're just going to sit this...
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it...
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my name. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you.
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a moon chanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing...
Boss, just a thought. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be leyline. If there's any way we can make this...
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, Flint's. That fragment that Rerir was...
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow...
Wait, you had...
Shh. This is top...
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, and that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. I'm in for this part.
Count me in.
Come off it, you two. Quit I'm way ahead of you here. And Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature. And once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across...
I like it. Genius.
No biggie.
All right, then. We'll split... Once your team has finished their mission, return here...
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you doing at the Kuva? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz...
Huh. You really think that...
We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis?
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat?
No.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was...
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? First Rosaline, now you? I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time.
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess... Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Have Fabronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambition. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as... The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection? But that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. I get why you left, but if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Guess that's our cue.
That might be your plan, but it sounds like...
Huh? What do you mean?
Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed...
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area! I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford... Go on, get out of here! You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last... Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in the weapon system. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Stare all you want, Colombina. You're not getting...
I know. But...
this is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you. Come on then, Mr. Rerir. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creation.
Polonia, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey, over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching. She...
So this is your method for investigating Rerir's past? It almost looks like some kind of...
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what...
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some... Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is...
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set.
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling... I've never faced Rerir myself. But from what you've told me, his power is beyond any... I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am, forced to make an enemy of him.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the power I'm relying on will even work on an opponent of this caliber. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day.
Fine.
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up... Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
I genuinely can't...
Hey, aren't you...
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But in...
Dori Sangama Bay? I never...
If you want to make it big in Not Cry, it's all about connections. It was back when I first arrived in Not Cry. My trusty assistant, and wouldn't you know it, that's when I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that, plus any other friends you send my way, will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord So, let me guess.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of
The one type of gear I've never been sure. At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty...
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its...
Is that so? Then we really are talking top...
Your supply?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long...
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like...
Of course not!
I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No.
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1 million mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't
See you later! You're my...
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. So remember, don't be frightened. Now then, let us peer into the Rerir of Solnari's past. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary... Looks like the fearsome Rerir of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginning. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway.
Hi, Rerir. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's... P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few tea...
They didn't sign their name. But they must have been close. Sounds like they were...
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. But if he invites me again...
The Lindis. That's the same name Rerir meant.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I don't care if it's an
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't... That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. He really is a professional, despite what he's become. Did Rerir rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that the burial place, it was you.
This is just trivial. The burial place...
Rerir, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedelfin here? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Rerir. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question?
Who'd have thought the great...
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed...
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to...
Come on, stop being such a member of the King's Guard.
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me.
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved? It's nothing.
Vedifulnir, Dainslift's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother? Or why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something he...
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face?
Went for a drink with Dane and the other.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vedifulnir showed up today, too.
Ah, Mr. Vedifulnir. Yes, I've heard.
He overheard Dainslift mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I...
So, you're worried? We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position has... You worry too much, Rerir. We've been together for ages now.
So, you do remember?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may...
All right. Take your... Nobodies. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, the opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry his... What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Felindis? It's nothing. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together. Cherish...
See? You just need to stay positive. I can feel your warmth, your breath. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And...
You're right, Felindis.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of...
You go ahead. I just have a few things to take care of, then I'll come...
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started.
Relax. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really...
Well, that goes without saying. Besides, they're two completely different things. All
right. Why don't...
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. But he clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rerir of Solnari. In total, We apprehend.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the All Conria, has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be.
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon, many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day.
You still haven't told her what you.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the King's hand-picked executioners?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay. Speaking of which, someone, it seems.
Your concerns are not unfounded. Take care.
Thanks, Thorkel. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things the Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of... I have to get a clear answer from him.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't... Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second.
So, he's late after all. Just you wait.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some...
Oh, sure.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are...
For someone so young, you sure?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying.
You're...
May we have a word in private?
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of her kind have fallen lately, so I decided not long ago, the Rerir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And...
Wait, hear me out. This time his name is Rerir, and he...
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double...
Why are you telling me?
Simple.
How strange. Rerir was nowhere to be seen in that memory. Rerir couldn't possibly know what happened if he was... Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer.
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us in?
Any more questions, and I'll have to start
I had no idea you could do that, boss! I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happened.
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only allowed... Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing okay, too. Especially the group with the Traveler.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all...
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area? Oh, that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rerir. And once he knows we're...